Scoopler. Stars, gossip, hype.
Marina, Big Brother Sleeping Beauty, your dream has come to an end. How do you feel?
I feel relieved.
It's time to go. Marina!
I feel like I'm free. I can't wait to see my friends, my boyfriend, my mum. I literally, I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens and who wins and all of that sort of excitement for the guys. Yeah, that's how I feel at the moment.
When they came up with this concept of Sleeping Beauty, do you know where that came from?
I have absolutely no idea. I was expecting to see Sonia before I went in, and yeah, I had absolutely no idea. But when I found out about it, I was like, it's perfect. Like, I agreed with it 100% and I was all up for it. And I was, yeah, I felt like it was probably the, like, less nerve-breaking for me because I was just going to be there, you know. It wasn't going to be the whole work up towards it. Like,
So there was nothing in particular about it being something to do with your personality to come in as Sleeping Beauty?
No, I don't think at all. I think it was just something different. It was a great idea. It was a surprise, definite surprise, and I think it was more of a how is the first person that finds me going to react to it as well. So it was interesting.
Leo was the one who kissed you.
Yeah.
Had you wished that relationship in some way had continued that way?
No, not at all. Look, I had an idea that he was obviously with Sky, and I didn't really know whether he was going to do what he did. In fact, out of everybody, I thought it was going to be Jason who would have, done something. But
I think you're not his type.
Well, but it would have been funny, yeah? So knowing Jason, I felt like maybe, it would be like, haha, funny.
I kind of feel like, maybe if Jason had kissed you, I mean, you're a very good looking girl, maybe he'd turn straight.
Well, no, I love Jace. I really, really love Jace. And I feel like it would just be the sort of thing that he would do, because he has pecked somebody and, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, and it wasn't a kiss. It was I would call it a peck anyway from Leo.
Absolutely. Your audition process was very different considering you were cast late. Can you tell us a little bit about that unusual casting process?
I actually been overseas and I just literally got called and asked, are you still interested in being in Big Brother? And from the beginning, from like day one of going to auditions, I kind of felt like it was my year, and it was just really strange. And even when when I got an email saying it's not your year, I kind of still felt that maybe an intruder role might have been an option for me. So yeah, it happened all very, very quickly to the point where I didn't get to see any of the episodes or even familiarise about what was going on.
You didn't see any of the episodes?
I saw literally about 4 episodes before I went in, so I knew the top, like the hot topics, but I had not watched the show, unfortunately.
Where were you? Were you living under a rock?
I was in Thailand having my 30th birthday and meeting my boyfriend.
When going into the show, did anyone give you any advice, like going in? For an example, for me, one of the producers, Alex Mavrodakis, said to me, my advice is just keep talking. Was there any advice like that for you going into the competition so late? Yeah,
look, I felt like it was just have fun. Yeah. Just be yourself, you've got a lot to offer. You will be a new toy in the house. Don't feel too reserved. Just have fun with it. Just give it all and just flow with it. So, but I think the fun was the word that I would say that was given to me before I went in. Yeah.
Why do you think you were chosen for Big Brother?
To be honest with you, I still struggle with that question.
Come on, you're sitting at home, you're like, I'm going to go and audition for Big Brother. And I think people these days, because the show's been on for a long time, and they're like, am I the bum dancer? Am I going to be the smouldering temptress? I was wondering, had you thought there was a role for you?
I felt like there was definitely, because there were like couples already in the house, I felt maybe I was a bit of a temptress, I suppose.
No, but she does flirt with him a lot. Thank you!
I don't know, but obviously with having a boyfriend, that was not my aim at all.
It hasn't stopped any of the housemates this year, though.
Yeah. I really felt like my role was, something different, something that brought different culture. Obviously, I'm not Australian, and I felt like the whole package in terms of what I believe in, my beliefs, my values, my personal development, what I've done in terms of getting to know myself. I've done a bit of work with myself, and I'm very strong in terms of who I am and what I believe in.
Sure.
So.
Who is probably the most different from what you believed they were to be? So when you went in there, who shocked you the most and felt the most different from what you originally expected?
I feel like at this moment, I'll say Sky.
Really?
I feel like, you know, she seems to be popular with the public at the moment. You know, she has made comments like Australian loves me. She's made comments about, you know, I don't want to park because I'm not going. That sort of thing that she seems a little bit too confident, you know, and she's made comments to the other housemates that she said, you know, oh, you know, you're going tonight, you know, that I did not expect from her. I thought there would be a little bit more of a filter when it came to other people and what she was saying.
Thinking about it, why does she feel like she knows what the public thinks?
I think it's because obviously the cheers that she hears, the fact that she's been saved several times, the fact that she's, you know, from the Gold Coast and she's got that, you know, I just feel like she feels like she can be anything she wants to be and she can't do wrong. Towards the end, I felt like her behaviour was definitely attention-seeking behaviour as well, because, you know, there'll be a conversation going on and she'll just start singing or will do something to turn attention to herself, and then people were ignoring it. She wouldn't back off. She'll just continue doing it. So,
do you think splitting the romances now is going to drastically change the game?
Absolutely, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think Travis will definitely 100% miss Aisha, and I don't know whether he's going to, what sort of a person he's going to be, actually, whether he's just going to be on a high all the time as well, or whether he's just going to be with Leo, because I think that's what's going to come through. Leo, on the other hand, I think he's just going to continue being himself, really, because I think if Sky's there or whether she's not there, I don't think he's too bothered.
He's not bothered by her?
I really don't think that he is. I don't think he cares, to be honest with you.
What was your perception of Lawson and Cat going into the show, and how has that changed now that you've been in there?
Yeah, look, obviously at the beginning I walked in, I knew what had happened. I was watching them very closely, how they interacted together.
But like going into the house, you must have had a perception thinking about the cheating.
Oh, absolutely. I felt like Cat obviously, in my opinion, has a lot stronger, full-on attitude towards Lawson. I think she really fell for him. Yeah. Of course, Lawson, you know, does have a girlfriend, and he was very specific about that he still currently has one, and that was like a week ago. So
but is your perception vastly different on the basis of the fact that now that you've seen them together, do you think they knew what was wrong, I know what was wrong, but, you know, this is something real between the two of them, and that maybe they can, maybe it's not as bad as what the public thinks because it's a true romance? Yeah,
I do agree, because I've seen how happy they are together, and they still have that kind of quirky awkwardness there, whereas Trevor and Ash, you know, in comparison, Trevor and Ash are all over each other, whereas they're still kind of flirty, and they're still, you know, and they tried, and the fact is that they tried to not talk to each other, and they're like, okay, there's too much, I can't handle it. So I think there are feelings there. I definitely think, from my perception, I think that Cat has got stronger feelings for Lawson, but I think Lawson is only holding back because of the fact that he hasn't completed it with his girlfriend.
You said you were going in to stir the pot and bring something out of each housemate. Do you feel that you achieved that?
I want to bring out the side of all of you that I personally haven't seen. I was just shocked. I was like, I had the whole day and the whole night, and I saw a different side of people without me even having to do anything.
But did you think that you were going into the house to sort of bring something out of people in a positive way or in a negative way?
I think definitely a positive way, because I felt like I wanted to get to know them a little bit deeper, each and every single one of them. You know, I wanted to know what they're about, what their beliefs are, what their values are. Some of the conversations that I've had definitely made me feel like, okay, I can trust you, I can't trust you, that sort of thing. But overall, I felt like people were just very, very careful about what they were saying, and they didn't want to give away any sensitive side of themselves at all. Yeah. However, I didn't have a game plan at all. I just walked in there and gone, okay, you know, I want to see the best in people.
What was the most surprising moment of your Big Brother time in the house?
Probably the intruders coming in this late, 4 of them all together. that was probably the biggest, like, wow, okay, you guys have got no idea what's going to happen from now on. And I felt like it wasn't just one, it was four, and you know, the power of being not alone. I think it will be full on from here on.
Do you think that Travis was going into the show looking for a showmance, and that he did end up with Aisha, but do you think if Aisha wasn't there, he would have picked up that showmance with just anyone?
Actually, I do. I feel like Trav, obviously he was, from what I gathered, was in first, and Aisha walked in, you know, a couple of days later. I feel like he kept his options open. That's all I'm going to say. I did feel like there was definitely flirtatious behaviour with him and Sky, and I think he definitely would have. If Aisha wasn't there, I think he would have gone for other people for sure. So,
how do you feel about this statement? The winner of Big Brother 2014 is Sky.
I think it's a reality at the moment. I think this is what is going to happen. I actually think it's going to happen. I think she is definitely playing the game 100%. She uses her age and her bimboish, I suppose, ways to, get what she wants. I think she is very strategic without letting other people know what she's doing. She can get information out very easily as well, and she's kind of got her finger in all the pies, and is just very like la-di-da happy sort of girl. But yeah, I think it's definitely she's got the popularity win, like she's got the popularity vote for sure.
Is there anything that you would change about your experience in Big Brother 2014?
I would not change anything, actually. I've actually absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
You know, lots of people have asked me, would you have gone in rather like to start with, or as an intruder? I think the opportunity was put in front of me, and I took it, and it's something that I really wanted to do for a long time. You know, I've auditioned for several years in a row now, so the only thing I would have changed was maybe go in and kind of be a bit more outrageous, I suppose, but it's not me, you know. Like I didn't want to go in and go, whoa, you know, high energy, low energy. I just wanted to get comfortable, and that's what I feel like I've done. I just got comfortable.
Well, you were a fabulous housemate, and can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Would you like to say thank you to the people from Scoopla and the Australian public who voted for you to this camera here?
Cool.
You can hold this.
All right. So I'd like to say thank you to Scoopla and to every single one of you guys that have voted for me. This has been a great experience. You know, keep voting for the people that you love, keep watching, and we'll see what happens. And I'll be watching as well, and I can't wait.
Scoopla. Stars, gossip, hype.